everybody, and before you sink your teeth into another pretzel-filled tripod episode, let me explain to those who are new, this is a spin-off of the Steel Rail After Party podcast, which is hosted by Jake and Zanka. The Steel Rail After Party podcast is listen to it on all your finest listening platforms where they talk about WWE wrestling. It's a comedy podcast. This is the spinoff of that. You can follow the hosts of the Steel Rail After Party podcast at Steel Rail After Party on Instagram. He's very funny, does all kinds of memes. The Sheriff Zanka, give him all the love in the world. And the second host is Jake at Funko Fat Guy. He has his own channel on YouTube as well. He deals with Funko Pops, all that shit. Also, the host of the tripod, I am Mangria Fuel, but you can follow the other hosts of the tripod at Julius_Caesar on Instagram. Very funny follow. Check him out, and at Sticks Adam as well. We have a fourth member of the tripod, the Great Bretsky 99 as well. Go ahead and give him some love. And have fun, enjoy, stay entertained, stay offended, and stay informed. Enjoy the tripod.
I see dead people. Either the love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop. Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you keep the underdogs on top. The underdogs on top. Go ahead, envy me. The underdogs on top. And I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
Rockin' like the
Rockin' like a 6 on top. Whole club rockin' like a 6.
rockin' like the
Rockin' like a 6 on top. Whole club rockin' like a 6. Rockin' like a 6 on top. The underdogs on top.
rockin' like the
Rockin' like a 6 on top. This nigga did it again. Let me put you on a game.
Hello, pretzels, and welcome back to the tripod. That's why we have returned. We have returned to go over this past week of wrestling. A lot went down, folks. We're actually going to start with the elite side of things because they recently had a pay-per-view called Revolution, where a certain let's just call him a non-February man had his last match. And yeah, I didn't watch it. Sorry, folks.
Is that how people are now, February or non-February to you?
I didn't watch it. I followed along on Twitter or X, and I saw highlights, which I think is the way to go because I'm going to give you my brief summary right now. The only match I wish I would have watched is Ospreay and Takeshita. That's the only match I wish I would have watched. Everything else looked paint by numbers. I was like, thank God I saved $50, but I know one of us didn't save $50. So Sticks, if you have any AEW thoughts, lay them out on the table. We had Revolution. What did you think? Wax for the people, please.
Yeah, totally on the same page with you. Best match was Ospreay and Takeshita. Probably the best match that Takeshita's probably had in his short AEW career. The one match
I can see the clip where he tried to kill Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, you saw it.
The suplex on the turnbuckle.
You know what? I thought that Orange Cassidy, Roddy Strong shit was dirty until I saw that shit.
I saw that.
Sorry, Stick. Please continue.
No. Yeah, outside of that, in that match, that was a good match. What a good way to probably about damn near kill your best wrestler you have on the roster. We always talk about there's numerous matches you probably could have just saved for TV to knock off like an hour and a half out of the pay-per-view. I thought that 8-man battle royal they probably could have done on Dynamite Trash or Collision. They could have really gone without doing that. Outside of that, I liked the way they finished the heavyweight championship match. I kept Swerve strong. Like I truly do believe that Swerve is going to be AEW World Champion sometime this year, and I liked how they did that. Swerve and Hangman basically were so fixated on each other that they didn't really pay much attention to Joe, which allowed Joe to kind of stay fresh in the match. He'd come in, do his moves. He did the typical walk away.
Yeah.
Being able to do that, you got the Joe stuff in, but you're able to keep him looking strong and allow Swerve to stay looking strong. Outside of that, it was like 4 hours of wrestling, like it typically is. Kickoff show.
I saw this on the Twitter, and this is the only thing I probably would have changed about that Joe match, which I probably would have liked more. Because Hangman got tapped out, Sangria, if you didn't know. It should have been like Swerve trying to get back into the ring, and Hangman looking at him, about to interrupt or stop Joe from tapping him out. Like Hangman seeing Swerve, like Swerve trying to get up and climb into the ring, and right before he gets there, then Hangman tapping out, kind of being like, "If I ain't winning this chip, yo bitch ass ain't neither," and tapping out to Joe. I think that would have added something extra to possibly keep their feud going. Because like the way Swerve looked at it, like it looked like he was never going to get a title shot again. You know what I mean? But like, I think if Hangman would have did that at the end, I saw this on Twitter and I thought it was a good idea. I think it would have made the ending better.
Well, the thing I liked was that they showed Nana. He was trying to tell Swerve. He was like, "Hey, get it going." He's in it. I like that. I don't disagree with that. Like I do. Like I mean, even the announcers at the end were kind of like talking about how the way Hangman did it. Not only did he lose, but it screwed Swerve out of it. I liked how the announcers, the announcer of the year, painted that picture of that. But yeah, I don't disagree with that. I like that. I do. The one thing I do like was I'm glad that Eddie got his handshake from
Daniel Bryan.
From Bryan finally. That was a hard hitting match. But I mean, you wouldn't expect anything less out of those two, especially going into that match. But I don't know. I mean, it was a typical AEW pay-per-view.
Speaking of Twitter, Samoa Joe, give that man the crown. This is what he tweeted. "Keep the house. Just know the state is going to collect its taxes. When it comes to Cowboys, they always seem to choke when it comes to the big games. And still, the management." Got a little Samoa Joe. You did mention the Battle Royal. I did see, because we love botches.
Dante Martin
hit the bed he did a top dollar basically.
Pretty much.
Cesar, go ahead, wax on your thoughts of this.
Actually, I don't watch much AEW programming, so I think I can enjoy the pay-per-views more because I don't see the shitty build-ups or whatever. So I thought it was an alright pay-per-view. I mean, I only skipped one match. Like, was the wrestling good? Wrestling was good. Sangria, we owe apology to Sticks. We got to do some Googling. We have to start watching Collision or Ram Trash, one of them, because Nigel McGuinness is the announcer on one of those shows. And
Collision.
Nigel McGuinness is like the Pat McAfee Booker T of commentary for AEW. When I say Nigel cooked the first 4 matches he was on, he cooked the people in the ring he hated. He cooked Excalibur at the desk. He cooked Tony Schiavone. He cooked all the people he didn't like in the ring. No. You don't understand. There was Eddie and Daniel Bryan were fighting. I mean, this is the first 5 minutes. And they're talking about how Daniel Bryan said he can't fight with Eddie Kingston, hand to hand, because Eddie Kingston's strong and he has to be a better wrestler. And then Nigel McGuinness goes, "Yeah, because he's voted the best wrestler of 2023, even though he lost to Zack Sabre Jr. I don't know how that figures out." And then Excalibur said something. He goes, "Yeah, that'd be like you, Excalibur, saying you're the best announcer of the year." And then Tony Schiavone goes, "Well, he was voted that for the last 4 years in a row." And then Nigel McGuinness goes, So what are we supposed to do now? Give the next guy a mask or some shit? Are they gonna name it after you now? You think you're the best of all time? I mean, cook this man at the death.
Two things that Nigel did that was great this week. One, if you didn't watch Collision, Mariah May had a match.
Mariah May.
Yeah,
Mariah
she
May.
blew him a kiss. He literally got up and fell out of his chair onto the ground. And he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God."
He took
guys.
the headset off, but he was like, she blew me a kiss. She blew me a kiss. Fell over out the chair. The camera was on him just convulsing on the ground for Mariah May. This motherfucker's been cooking. He's cooking on the mic.
Him grilling Bryan Danielson for winning the Bryan Danielson Technical Wrestler of the Year. This dude calls Bryan Danielson every Saturday. If he's in a match, he calls him a clam digger, and he goes in 100% on Bryan
Danielson
every time. He
was,
oh man,
this man rooted for Eddie the entire match. To one point, Tony Schiavone was like, "Just stop it, now, come on, Eddie, I believe in you. Get up, don't fall like this." I mean, if he was cooking, the first two matches were great. One was the captain. We love the captain, and he loves the captain. He turned everything around. They were like, "Look who came out with Christian Cage, all of the patriarchy." Yeah, because he's beloved. Look who came up for Danny Garcia. Nobody, because who likes Danny Garcia? Nigel was cooking.
I love the way he says Christian's name. Christian
Cage.
It's so awesome.
He sold me. If he's on Collision, Collision might be on in the background if I'm home on Saturday night, just for Nigel McGuinness, because that man is A tier cooking. WWE fumbled the bag, let him go. They fumbled the bag.
Oh, you got me conflicted now, Cesar, because I'm
just saying. I'm just saying, Zachary. I'm just saying, Zachary.
Are turning.
I told you I had a hot take. You ain't gonna like, but we might have to start watching Collision just for Nigel McGuinness. I don't care about Don Trash. If I watch it, I watch it. But I might have to start watching Collision.
Wait, does Tony Storm have matches on Collision?
I don't know. I know Christian does.
Christian does. I think they're starting to showcase Mariah May a little bit more. Collision actually isn't that terrible since CM Trash has been gone. Like you can tell they're.
And Ricky Starks was heavy on Collision a lot.
Yeah, like our boy Ricky.
So we got some people up there we can watch. A lot.
I mean, they do. They're showcasing Jay White, the boys. They're starting to showcase them on there. Like they call them him and the Guns. I don't know if they're gonna put the Acclaimed on there, but they call themselves Collision Cowboys. So I think they're showcasing them a little bit more on there. I think they're trying to at least do Bryan, if not like some of the BCC on there. It's not that bad, but Nigel does make up 50%, if not like 65% of the entertainment value on there.
So you both watched Revolution. Did this pay-per-view have a match of the year candidate?
I mean, it had Beer Cheese Ospreay.
Yeah. If you're gonna say anything, it had Ospreay. Like
it was Ospreay. Yeah.
Yeah, like Cesar and I both said he basically takes shit at like his match of his career. So I mean,
don't get me wrong, that shit was good. That shit was really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like the rest of the matches, it seemed like they were good matches. Like they weren't like bad. Like Christian and Danny Garcia was good. It didn't blow you away coming out the gate, but it was good. Eddie and Daniel Bryan was pretty good. Skip that 8-man shit.
You had your unnecessary Darby jumping off of a spot.
Yeah. Darby and that cracker. They were the main event. Samoa Joe and them were good. It was a good 3-way tag. Booty Storm don't disappoint.
So
the entrance with Mariah May on the Booty Storm match was so classic.
So Matt or Nick, one of them was just. It looks like they were sitting on the edge of the glass. Darby was at the very top.
It was Nick.
Ladder.
Yeah.
Darby jumps, like before his feet left the ladder, they were gone.
Yeah, Nick
They didn't
pulled.
even try. They didn't even
Yeah,
try to give you
nope,
any sense of
nope,
danger from the Bucks.
nope.
This was Darby saying, "I'm gonna kill myself for Sting's last
Yep,
match." This wasn't
yep.
Darby saying, "I'm gonna try and hit Nick." This was, "I'm gonna kill myself in this fucking
Yep,
match." That's the
pretty
message
much.
I got.
So you don't understand. You don't understand. That goddamn evil vampire devil ass nigga kicked out of a double super kick, a BTE trigger, kicked out at one.
He
These are
kicked
back
out
to
two
back.
of them. He kicked
Yeah,
out two of those fucking triggers.
two triggers. I think he got put through a table. He got put through a table.
Trigger, please.
Yeah. He
And put
fucking
through
had
a pane glass window. They had a
yeah,
pane glass. They had one of the pane glass sit up in the corner too.
yeah. He kicked out that shit. He broke a piece of glass with the nigga hating bat. I mean, he had his kids out there fucking people up. Hit a double scorpion deathlock in the beginning. I will say, new music for the Young Cucks. Wasn't mad at it. And then they had the business cards fall from the sky now.
Hmm.
As setup and shit goes, if they're being assholes, your boy won't hate. Your boy was not hating. They played the role well. Yeah, Darby just trying to on some white boy shit. He's gonna go climb Mount Everest and die. So salute to Darby for your services. But that hoe ass cracker won, so he is undefeated. And if you wrestled against
29
Sting in a tag match,
29-0 is his final record. I looked it up.
and pretty much he has to like just vacate the titles, so it means he never lost. So he's gonna be him and Darby are gonna be the greatest technical tag team in all of AEW. Just go ahead and put it in the books now because they never lost. They defended the titles, and they will never lose them.
And once again, we're gonna get a tournament for an AEW championship.
Yeah,
That's
which
not
is
the AEW I know.
and Pac is coming back, and Kyle O'Reilly showed up.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly was the biggest waste of time. He got in the ring, and Roddy won clean. Weird all around. Even though Orange Cassidy was busted up, those crackers did not run out till after Roddy won. Roddy won clean. Wardlow won that dumbass 8-man tag match, so he's gonna fight Samoa Joe. So yeah,
Well,
everything's looking up.
hold on. Let's talk about that. Are they, because you remember when they were talking about the coming together of the Undisputed Kingdom?
Mm-hmm.
Cole said something about Wardlow. Like he say something like Wardlow, like, you know, one of the biggest underrated big guys. He said something about him winning the championship.
Yeah, they're giving it to Adam Cole.
Yeah. So now are they going to pull the trigger on Wardlow Joe at Dynasty? And if they do, is this when Joe loses? And are they going to actually have Wardlow hand him the title? And is this when like the descent, like the crumbling of the kingdom actually starts?
No, because if anything, Wardlow will keep the title and leave, and then Kyle O'Reilly will just fill his place, so that they're all small guys again. Because there's only like 4 big guys in ATW, and they all were in that 8-man tag match, and they all kept clotheslining each other while the crowd yelled "meat" for like 5 minutes. Antonio Schiavone thought they were saying "meat" because his drunk ass was probably thinking about 2 shots of vodka and meat, and 3 hits of bourbon later on with JR after the ball, and they let JR call the main event, which I didn't even really listen to because that Crocker was in the ring and I didn't feel like listening to it. But JR's drunk ass probably said some real ratchety shit at some point, and fuck if I know.
Is Adam Cole, when's his scheduled return? He's still injured, right?
Yeah, he's always
he was there. He was there in the wheelchair. He came out. I think it was when they did Roddy. He wheeled his ass out.
Mm-hmm. But the Tony Storm Mariah Virtuoso match was good. Only women's match on the main card. The kickoff show had a tag match. So they still not loving women. I don't know why anybody would want to sign there. But hey, to each their own. But Christian Cage kept his title. Samoa Joe kept his title, and I was happy about that. And apparently Edge is injured, or I don't know if he's kayfabe injured. I don't know because I don't watch the other shows, and that's what he's on. I think Edge is on one of those shows too. I think he's on Collision. I think he's on Rampage. Actually, I think he's on.
I think he wrestles on either Dynatrash or Collision. He does because I know he wrestled on Dynatrash here. I think one of the last like 2 weeks ago or something like that, and I think that's when he supposedly was injured or something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what pretty much happened.
And I kept my $50. Continuing the weird order, we're just gonna start with TNA Impact is next. We're kicking things off with Speedball, Mike Bailey, with Trent Seven, versus Steve McLean with the Rascals. Speedball with a still hurting left leg during this. A hard-hitting affair with Rascals shenanigans, of course. Former TNA champion versus a former X Division champion here. McLean, it's a mayhem for all, but Speedball survives. Speedball attempts a poison Rana, doesn't get much of it. McLean hits the KIA for the win. This match showed that even at 70%, Speedball is still tougher than most. But Jaws had all of the advantages tonight. Jaws gets on the mic to talk shit about Dolph Nemeth. Cue Dolph to show off his new gold via video promo to challenge McLean at Sacrifice, which is this Friday, I believe. Another fucking Cesar, what'd you think of this kickoff to Impact?
Bro, anytime Speedball's on your screen, it's gonna be a good old time. It's gonna be a good old time. This practice can wrestle, man. They keep I guess he's been there for a minute. They keep trying to put him up in tag teams right now. But he still gets his singles matches in. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And we know Macklin can go, especially with his cool ass leather jacket that he wears with no shirt on under it. Where it says enemy face towards enemy. And some shit like that. I don't know why he just doesn't call that like his finisher or something. But hey, whatever. You're gonna get killed in action, get killed. I ain't gonna hate on you, brother. But yeah, it's a good match. This was a good ass match. They started it off great. Just like TNA be doing. They kicked it off with a good old match. 2 ex-champs in the ring, fighting it out. Because they got fuckery from the pay-per-view, which we all saw. Well, Sangria didn't watch the kickoff show. But we all saw. And you saw the clip where he hit that cracker in the knee. And then he hit them damn rascals. Them damn dirty rascals. I don't know what it is, but them damn dirty rascals. I like them rascals. Their music hit hard. They should have played their music. I don't like back. Okay. That's like the only issue I got with some of these teenage guys. I don't like their music. When their music is right, that shit hit hard. Rascal shit, that shit hit hard. And they hit hard in that ring too. Macklin got the dub. Then here come old Dolph with a black eye. Looked like he had a hickey on his neck from some Japanese lady with an octopus sucking on that shit. And he was like, yeah, girl, cut that shit up, put it on the grill, that sashimi or whatever they call it. Calamari. Deep fry that motherfucker. She's like, yeah, Dolph, yeah. Well, she was probably like, ching chong, Dolph, ching chong. And then he was like, yeah, Japanese bitch. That slanted pussy. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. That's what the nigga caption said. I'm just saying. The nigga captions was there. That's what they said. Y'all know how the nigga captions. He was there talking that trash. Said he gonna bring the title Friday, whatever them hoes going to, and they gonna fight. So they gonna fight. And I bet you that match gonna be a banger.
Speaking of those captions, this was on Leap Day. This episode aired on Access. But Sticks, what did you think of the kickoff match to Impact this week? Well, yeah, last week.
It was a hell of a good match. Like Cesar said, Speedball, anytime he's on TV, he's going to be must-watch TV. We don't need to go down the accolades of matches that he's had, but, I mean, they are great matches. Macklin can go. Speedball coming in like 70%, literally a one-legged man ass kicking contest, and fuck, this guy, he put out, man. He showed out. You saw a lot of his moves. He went for a lot of his moves, which are actually like knee-based finishers, and Macklin was able to swerve out of the way on those. And cause more damage to himself, but even with that, he still put up a really hell of a formidable fight. Rascal's out there rascaling, like Cesar said, and both those guys, great tag team. And both those guys can go, like Cesar said. And after the match, yeah, we got a Nick Nemeth promo from over
Who?
in a Dolph Ziggler promo from over in Japan after just becoming the New Japan Global Champion, beating I think his name's David Finlay from over there in New Japan. So we're gonna see him and Macklin at Sacrifice, which hopefully it's gonna be a good match. I think it will be, and hell of a start for Impact this week.
After this, Not Kinsey delivers a message to Frankie Kazarian that he is suspended for attacking the ref at No Surrender. Laredo Kid versus Jake Something. The way Something counters the Hurricane Rana into a power bomb is very impressive every time. Into the Void, Something wins, and Laredo got a paycheck. Sound check with Alan Angels. Khan is the guest, and PCO attacks. Flop Dollar Diener versus Joe Hendry and Rich Swann. Henry on the mic says tonight Flop Dollar debut. His family and his best friend Steve are huddling around the TV eating Cheez-Its. I did hear some of the crowd hating on Joe Hendry. I don't know if that's a New Orleans thing or not, but oh well. Flop Dollar has a running knee strike he calls Tennessee whiskey. I love seeing Rich Swann fucking up Diener. A springboard cutter by Swann, then a standing ovation from Hendry for the win. Sticks. Frankie suspended. Jake Something murders Laredo Kid, and Joe Hendry gets one over on Flop Dollar.
This is Kentucky whiskey, so I don't know nothing about that Tennessee shit.
Yeah, Frankie being suspended, we kind of knew it was coming. Anytime you either have contact with an official or you attack an official, there's going to be consequences. So we see that he was suspended this episode, and I think next episode. So won't be seeing Frankie in the ring for at least another week. Jake Something, Laredo Kid. Jake Something, he reminds us that he's for a bigger guy, he is actually really good. He can wrestle any match. Been a stalwart of the X division. And like you said, Laredo Kid was able to pick up a paycheck, so props on that.
Our little Sticks 316.
Damn straight. Sound check. Just setting up another PCO con match. We're gonna always get, whenever you get two big guys, you get comparisons to Godzilla and King Kong. And I will say this about it. They cut out perfect when those boys wound up and were going to throw the strike against each other. They cut out right when they were going to throw a punch on each other. So I'll give them that. Flop Dollar and Diener and Hendry and Rich Swann is an iron match. I mean, I think they were trying to showcase. It was obviously, I think it was Flop Dollar's first match in TNA. So they were trying to showcase that. He did all right. I mean, Joe Hendry came out, did nothing but great poetry on the mic about Flop Dollar, talking about his family and his boy Steve watching. Great little pop. Outside of that, Rich Swann showed out, shows why he's been a TNA Impact champion. And Diener's still trying to find himself, trying to find his way since the design's been pretty much discontinued. And Flop Dollar out there putting his rivalry with him and Joe Hendry, that's going to continue. So, I don't know, not a bad tag match. Faces won, so I'm sure that's going to continue between Flop Dollar and Joe Hendry. And, I mean, Rich Swann is just he's just out there. Like, he's trying to find himself since we haven't seen Sami Callihan on TV for quite a while, and don't know if he's going to be there in TNA. But he's still trying to find traction with his position in TNA. So, but it was good that he got on TV. Little Sticks 316, got paycheck, showed up, put some work in the ring, and I don't know, serviceable tag match.
Cesar, Frankie is suspended. Jake something murders a Mexican, and Joe Hendry and Rich Swann whoop up on Flop Dollar.
Yeah, man. Ref shouldn't have been in the ring. You know what time it was. You know what time? Why are you hanging around? You already raised the nigga's hand who won. Get the fuck out of the ring. Let him be bad. No, you want to hang around there and try to be like 1, 2, 3 and fuck shit like that. He deserve to get his ass whooped. Some people be in the wrong place at the wrong time. They deserve to get their ass whooped. You know what I mean? I ain't telling them to be there. Sticks ain't telling them to be there. Sangria, did you tell them to be there? Nope.
I might have sent a text.
Well, then it's partly your fault if you read that shit. But I don't know if he has his phone on at work. I know I get yelled at when I have my phone at work looking at TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Shouldn't have been in the ring when they got fucked up. Now we can't see Frank. Okay. And how did not Kenzie get through all the security? These security niggas be trash. How 3 security niggas, you know, there was 8 out there, gonna hold back Kaz. McKenzie come through with a mic, even though they outside, not in the warehouse with the microphones overhead. TV math. I can't figure that shit out. So anyway, next case. Yeah, Loretto kid got paid. All right, next case.
Flop Dollar.
Yeah, this nigga Flop Dollar gonna come out talking about his song on Spotify. Spotify, nigga. I'm gonna date myself for the 8 of y'all who's watching, which is probably y'all so the old way. I ain't paid for a song since LimeWire, nigga. Okay, I ain't paid for a song since after. Yeah, Napster was still charging $1.99. $1.99 for a song, bitch. Back in the day, that could have got you 3 tacos. Gave from Taco Bell. You struggling, college music. Niggas gonna think I'm paying for music, nigga. I ain't paying for that shit on Spotify. I ain't even listening to that shit for free on Spotify. Okay.
Look, back in the day, I could for $1.99, I could get 2 24-packs of fucking Top Ramen.
Yeah, girl, you can still get Top Ramen now. They're like 10 for 10. They still $1. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that. I bought Top Ramen here a couple weeks ago, and for a 12-pack, I paid almost fucking $4 for it.
Yeah, well, they ripping you off. I wouldn't go to that Kroger no more. You need to start going back to the hood. Start going back to not 7-Eleven. You gotta go to like a Giant or something somewhere in the hood.
I might have to Venmo you some money so that way you can send me.
Yeah, I'll ship it to you. Yeah, it might be cheaper. But yeah, this nigga Top Dollar coming out talking about his shitty ass song. And then the man we all believe in, Joe Hendry, clap. He gets his ass in the ring. I forgot Rich Swann was still employed. I thought this nigga won't even employed. Okay, this nigga is still in TNA. I don't know where he been wrestling because he ain't been on TV since we started watching. This is his first match that I think we've all seen. Last match I saw he was getting his ass whooped by Kenny Omega for the title. Now this cracker out here dancing his country ass back up in the ring and shit. Good for him. Good for him.
Zero pop, by the way. There was zero pop.
Like the crowd don't know who this is. They New Orleans crowd, man. They still drunk and high from the damn pay-per-view this weekend. And half the niggas in there was at the slave cookout spot, you know, sponsored by the coalition. So they still food drunk. I mean, I had to catch a flight back, you know what I'm saying? Instant flight. You know, I couldn't even stay for the whole time. So I don't know what happened at the end. Could have been fighting or something. I don't know. Orgy could have broke out and I missed it. I don't know. I had to leave. I had to get back in the streets, man. Streets was watching, you know what I'm saying? I had to go. But yeah, half of them probably got a to-go plate they was eating in the crowd from the slave coalition. They don't know who Rich Swann is. He won't even invite it because I didn't think he was employed by them niggas. So I feel bad that Rich Swann won't that. I didn't know he was still getting a steady check. But hey, he was there, he was doing his thing. He got his he was there, Sticks 316. He got a check. Diener got a check. Yeah, Rich Swann got his 632 on too. He got a check. I ain't mad at him. He did his thug thizzle in the ring. But yeah, shit happened. Top Dollar took an L. Bitch made nigga he is. Yeah, I guess hit some Tennessee whiskey and then got his ass pinned. And Rich Swann was in the background while Joe Hendry was celebrating.
Fucking Rich Swann's the NPC of Impact Wrestling.
He dead ass is. That motherfucker was just there, bro.
The
Laredo Kid's got more stroke than Rich Swann and fucking TNA right now. I didn't know Laredo Kid been on like the last month and a half. Rich Swann just
losing every match.
Hey, at least he getting paid every week. He in a match every week.
He's getting that TV check, man. That's all that matters. He's getting the would it be TV check or cable pesos? One of the two.
It's not even the same guy.
Yeah.
It's not even the same guy. They just put a different dude under that every week.
It's just any Mexican.
They find the dude pushing the broom backstage. They say, "See, this mask fits," and you get out there and do a couple flippy dips.
They literally send an ad out. It's like any gymnastic Mexican that is 5'9", about 220. We got a mask and some pants for you. We need you to show up and get this check
for a free meal. That's
all. Yeah, man. Dinner. Hey, free meal. Look, two hot dogs, $38. You know what I'm saying? And a bus pass for the week. That's you, big dog. Laredo Kid.
They find some community college kid. They're like, hey, we'll give you like a month's worth of fucking ramen if you just come here, do a couple of flips, and take a pin.
Yeah, buy that nigga a new George Foreman because his done broke down or some shit.
Next week it's gonna be Scott D'Amore under that fucking mask. He just wants to pay.
Just getting an air fryer and 30 pounds of fries from Sam's Club. You know what I'm saying?
The good hands in the ring for the Mustafa Ali inauguration. Mustafa Ali in the ring is making the X Division great again. Chris Sabin interrupts. Sabin points out that Ali needed the good hands to win at No Surrender. Ali says that nobody supported Sabin at No Surrender. Brawl ensues. Kushida and Knight for the save. I'm guessing more 6-man tags are in the future for TNA. Ash by Elegance, introduced by her nerdy virgin. She says her second match will be next week. Tasha Steelz versus Xia Brookside. This is a #1 contenders match to see who faces Jordynne Grace next for the Knockouts Championship. Xia screamed a lot during this. I don't know if she was trying to hype up the crowd, but if you watch this match, she's just screaming at the top of her lungs like most of this match. It ends in a double count out anyway. Jordynne Grace comes out and says, I'll take both of you on at Sacrifice. So it will be a triple threat match, Cesar. The Mustafa Ali inauguration, Ash by Elegance, no one cares. Tasha Steelz versus Xia, what'd you think?
Yeah, Mustafa Ali come out there with them good hand crackers, you know, talking that yin yang shit about he making the X Division great again. Oh shit. But anyway, talking about fuckery and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And then old Chris Sabion bring his country ass back out there. You know what I'm saying? Say, yo, come look at me like I'm a man. Like I'm amazing. He said, you needed them 2 crackers right there. Couldn't do it by yourself because you a bitch. Now, Lisa, oh, bitch. Fuck you, white man. Trying to take all my shit. I'm trying to bring this title great again. Some of the greats held this title. And that's me. And then, you know, white man go to white man and beat up on the minority on the last day. Black History Month. He had to get his white power. You know, he was like, oh man, this shit over with. You run out of time. It's like that white privilege coming back on. You know, that white coming back. He's like, you ain't Donald Trump. He don't like you saying niggas. Okay? He like people like me. White. Whooped his monkey ass. Just let him punch him in the face. What kind of bullshit security gonna let a cracker punch him in the face? You knew as soon as he said come from around that podium, he was gonna punch him in the face. See, if it was me, I'd have shot his ass. Because I knew he was gonna attack him. But I'm not security. And I actually like Chris Sabin. So I'd have just maybe like aimed it with the red light, be like, see you, nigga. I see you. Don't do it. Because I don't want to shoot you. That's just me. You know, because I got to do what I got to do for Ali because he paying me. I like Chris Sabin. You know, that's just me. That's just me. You know, businessman, business plans. You know what I'm saying? Then, of course, here comes not the jury. Here come my man, Tom Splitter, and that other Klan nigga. His shit. Now, is the KKK, nigga. Watching you, man. I'm watching you. You talk to that nigga. You talked to my man Kushida. You told him to throw in that flag. Just use a hate nigga. You don't like to see the coloreds win. And we all know boy won't colored. Moose was the colored one. But no, he was with my man. He trying to just get a little time shit on and slap a cracker with a knee and put him in the hoverboard lock. Listen, Kyle, man, that's a tale for another time. Because he won't have the correlation to the same man. That triple K initial having ass nigga. Got my eye on him. Got my eye on him. Should have got his monkey ass whooped. I got my eye on him. And then the women, we had a great match. We had a great match. We all knew what this. You know what I'm saying? Who should have really won? It was the last day of Black History Month. They didn't want another black woman versus another white woman at another pay-per-view for that title. Well, technically, it was a black man. Says there, well, that's politicking. I don't politic, okay? I ain't on the trails. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Joe Biden being sleepy. But yeah, they had to make it a triple threat. They had to get some spice into the card, They had to make the juggernaut look beast again, because she already 3 times the size of these 2 bitches. These 2 bitches might need another bitch to fight this big bitch in order to try to hold her down to win the title. And this is the right call. They just fighting, they hate each other, they get counted out. They ain't think about the rules. They just want to fuck each other up. You can make this shit no rules and hit a bitch with some shit, like a brick. I want to see somebody get hit with a brick. Triple threat match, no rules, hit that bitch with a brick. That shit would entertain me. I'd be like, damn, that bitch with a brick. She won't the title. Give her the scrap. Give her all.
If we were still doing predictions, that might be the easiest prediction of the entire pay-per-view is fucking Jordan Grace is going to retain against those 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress. Sticks, we got Mustafa Ali's inauguration and then Tasha versus Zaya. What'd you think?
Yeah, I didn't mind Mustafa's coronation. I just got a question. Is Mustafa, is he categorized as a February guy? I always thought he'd be like a summer sand soldier than anything.
No,
but
yeah,
I mean,
he is sand nigga, and because they get called sand nigga, he gets like 3 days in February. Okay, he gets to pick any weekend in February where he can get the full powers of a February man.
well, isn't that kind of bullshit? Because he could kind of pick like the first day, the last day, and then like a middle day. He could kind of almost.
No. He gets a weekend. He gets a weekend.
Oh, he gets
Friday,
a weekend?
Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, he gets a weekend.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay,
But he has to pick. He has to pick which weekend.
So he must have chose that 3-day weekend where he won the championship. See,
right,
that's still kind of bullshit.
It is.
It is. Pick like a important weekend. I mean, it'd be almost like if he was a football player, he could choose like the Super Bowl weekend and like thrive. I mean, I still think that's kind of bullshit.
Hey man, look. Some niggas save it up for the bowl when they know they're going. Why you think the Kansas City Chiefs got like 3 Super Bowl wins in the past like 4 years? So Patrick Mahomes, see, he's only half nigga. So he gets half the month. He keeps picking the half with the Super Bowl in it. That's why he keeps winning.
Well, see,
I don't make the rules. I just enforce.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I would think I'd bring that up for a vote. Like, I mean, it'd be like a weekend. Like, if he gets 3-day weekend, it's just like Mahomes, he gets like half a month. It's like, man, I don't know.
That's what happens at the vote with the coalition. Like just because you part black don't mean you can get the whole month. Because you only part black. He's still half oppressor. He's still half oppressor. He's half white. So that's why he only gets half the month.
Well, like my next question is this all done after the Hennessy shots, or is this before the Hennessy shots are done?
Oh no, this is all after the Hennessy. We got to drink.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
See, that's why like Ali and Mahomes are waiting. He's like, they're probably the ones passing the bottles out. They're like, hey, thank you for letting us in. We brought our own.
That's the rules. They're half oppressors, so they got to bring the liquor.
Yeah, but I would think you'd want to have those votes like before. But I digress. I mean, I'm totally out of my realm. I don't.
Coalition rules, man. Coalition rules. I don't write them. I just enforce them. We have to start the meeting with at least 2 shots.
Understandable. I didn't mind the Ali ceremony. I liked how he said the good hand. He didn't talk the good hands into coming out. Like they pledged their allegiance to Ali's campaign, so that he sidestepped that. Like Cesar said, he had like 4 or 5 like fucking security guards out there. Like 3 of them are standing right there outside the ring, hard cam. I would have had those boys inside. I mean, outside of having the good hands there. I mean, I would have had at least a couple of those there. I don't know if he had like a sniper chilling like from the rafters, hanging with Sting, you know, before like talking to Sting, and he didn't get the chance to do his shot on Saban. I digress.
Wait. Speaking of February, there were some hard R security guards. They would have been ultra powered to stop fucking Chris Sabin before he could attack. So I don't know what they were doing on the outside of the ring, but they weren't doing the job. I know that.
Yeah, well, yeah, you paid for the white men to be in the ring. So hey, get what you get, nigga. So you should have had the hard R security guards with the power inside the ring. Look, if you look at this whole thing, the Good Hands the only one that been getting their monkey ass with. Mustafa won the title. Good Hands keep getting bitched out by Chris Sabin. And you gonna have them two crackers in the ring in the last day of February. And then Mustafa ain't had no more February powers. Because his weekend was up, it was Thursday. That's just dumb shit. He won't think it. That's that saying thinking, and it won't the nigga think.
But
that's the
yeah,
sand.
we had
that's the sand in him.
Yeah, that's that sand part. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we had Kushida and Kevin Knight, the man who Cesar is keeping his eye out on, which I totally agree with him on that. There is some fuckery afoot with that young gentleman, and I don't blame Cesar for having his eye out on him. I hope the coalition is doing some research and watching some film on him. They need to keep an eye on him. I totally 100% am with Cesar on that.
Hey, Kevin Knight.
Absent by his presence was Alex Shelley. You know, him and Saban.
He's still fucked up from that match.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got to support his boy Saban. I mean, those boys, the Motor City Machine Guns, the greatest tag team. I mean, he wasn't out there, so that's kind of a little absent by his presence. But
By his shit and blood from them spears with the damn bike chain. That nigga got 4 of them shits in a row.
Speedball was out there on one leg. He was out there in an ass kicking contest, one leg, and he was out there. Saban just got a couple.
But he white. He white like Darby. He can take that pain shit. He love that shit. You know, Motor City, man, that's Eminem. You can get partly black. You know what I'm saying? He probably done shot 3 people. He done fucked at least 2 white girls in his life. You know what I'm saying? He regular white. He's not crazy man white. He's regular white.
Yeah, but he could have been out there he could have been at least out there. He didn't need to do anything outside of maybe run. I mean, I understand the ribs are hurting, so the running, the heavy breathing could have. But I mean, he could have been out there helping his boy. I mean, Saban was talking about during the pay-per-view, if he didn't have a match, he would have been out there, been the towel guy, throwing the towel in for.
He would have won. He would have won if Saban was out there. But,
exactly. But I digress. What do we have after that?
It was the ladies, Zaya versus Tasha.
This was a good match. I mean, I wholeheartedly have said I think Tasha Steele is so underrated as a performer. Nia Brookside, they're really high on her. Super young, she can go. She's got a bright future. Going into this match, both girls were 1-1. This was supposed to be the 3rd match. Of course, we get it as the number 1 contenders match. And there was some fuckery afoot. Towards the end, both girls were out there. If you pay attention, you heard the 10 count. It was getting real close. Both girls tried to get in. The other girl would pull the other one down. Count out. Props to Jordynne Grace. Even though all 3 of us know Jordynne Grace is going to mop the mat with these women, but she giving both these girls an opportunity at sacrifice. So big ups to her. It adds a little bit more of a intrigue because she doesn't need to be pinned to lose this championship. But we all know, I mean, all 3 of us know she ain't losing this. But big ups to her, giving both these girls an opportunity to be in the ring with her. So, and like Cesar said, and I wholeheartedly agree with him, this was a good match. knockouts division has women that will go, and both these women went. Now, got an account out, but I mean, regardless, and the match at Sacrifice, it's going to be a good match. I mean, both these girls are going to show out. It's for the championship. Jordynne Grace has got to defend it. She's going to have to be on the defense, so it's going to be good.
Up next is the main event. We saw the System versus A, B, C, E, Y. Alicia Shenanigans, F the System chance. I guess they told the crowd, hey, if you guys say fuck, we can't air this. Ace Austin gets fucked up most of this match. Ace nails Myers with a waffle jalopy to get the EY in. We get to see Chris Bay and Moose go at it. Bay eats an apron powerbomb. ABC 1 and 2 to Moose almost wins the match, but a triple finisher to Chris Bay finishes him off. The System wins, but of course, excellent 6-man tag main event for this week's episode of Impact Sticks. What are your thoughts on this 6-man main event?
Yes, this was a great way to end the show. You had the System, everybody, all 6 men you kind of had the feeling, especially you had Moose and EY, they're going to face each other at Sacrifice. And you just kind of had a feeling going forward with the way they're building Myers and Eddie that sometime they were going to end up facing our boys, the A to B to C. So all 6 men are probably going to end up facing each other. Great way to have this. Like you said, they were focused on Ace. He still got a little bit of that right arm, that shoulder injury. So they were focusing on that. EY, him and Moose, you thought they were going to face each other. Then they started off, didn't have that happen. But, I mean, great tag, great 6-man action. They focused on Ace. Then when they got Chris in there, I didn't like having Bay take the pin. But out of all 6, it was going to have to either be him or Ace. They weren't going to have EY take the pin going into Sacrifice. But that powerbomb apron, man, that was I was worried for our boy Bay. I mean, he took that, and that looked like that. But outside of that, great way to end the show. Of course, the heels are going to get the dub going in. But outside of that, great way to end Impact.
Cesar, we got a 6-man tag to end the night. What are your thoughts?
Man, this shit cool. All right. Everybody, this was Sticks 316, Cesar 632, and then we'd had one from Angria, but I can't remember what that shit is. I was drunk.
It's the time killing one.
No, I thought we had a positive one.
It's more of an insult.
Okay, I thought we had a positive one for you, but if we did, shit would happen with this shit. Now, if we had a positive one for you, it's probably like the pee in her butt buffet match or something. I don't know.
The butt meat buffet.
Yo, salute to the butt meat buffet. But yeah, this match was real good. This is how you end Black History Month. You got some nigga on nigga. You got crackers on crackers. You got the reverse Oreos against each other in this shit with everybody doing the thug thizzle in the ring. We got well, maybe not all, because I don't think Brian Myers has Brian Myers won a championship in TNA?
I can't. Was he Digital Media?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
Cardona was the longest reigning digital media.
Yeah, but I thought for some reason I thought Myers had it for like a hot minute.
Okay.
I could be very.
I mean, we know Eddie Moose, the A to B to C, and EY have all helped go. Whatever. Maybe Brian Myers did all. You got 6 championship caliber crackers in a rag, slapping each other, fighting and shit. This was really good, man. There were spots everywhere, inside the ring, outside the ring. When the ABC was cooking, setting up for the finish, was really good. They slapped Moose with the one. Moose sold it great. He did the full being a tall guy when they do that for like inverted, like right on their head.
You're right.
Oh, that's a great way to sell a cutter. I think it's probably one of the best ways to sell a cutter. You know what I'm saying? So Moose taking that for the one. Moose took the 1 and the 2. Great way to get over those
Moose will
guys.
sell, man. Moose
Yeah.
will sell in a match. That's one of the good things I like about him. He's improved, but he will sell like a mofo.
Yeah, like I always think when a big guy can sell and sell, like a tall guy can sell and sell well to like shorter, smaller guys, it's always makes them look better in the ring. And him being the champion, taking that finish like that and not kicking out, having Eddie save him and not kicking out always adds on to making the other guys still credible and look good, and because they are champions themselves. So of course, if the tag team champs hit their finisher, you may be the TNA champ, you're not kicking out. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking taking the L at that point. Such good shit. Bay and Moose, I thought really cooked well together when they were in the ring. Bay was hitting all the kind of crazy shit. He hit the Enziguri when Moose was straddling the ropes. And then Moose with the power
personally, it left me wanting to see these guys face off singles wise. That's what it
off in singles, right? Yeah, that's what I want. I was like, damn. I was like, man, Moose be a good ass match. I don't want to break up the A to B to C because we ain't got the Motor City back together. So I don't want to break up the A to B to C. But damn, this boy was cooking against Moose in this match. All right. I mean, I ain't mad at it if they both did the Motor City route. Is this the new Motor City? One heavyweight champ, one X Division champ. I wouldn't be mad at that shit. But that's a little bit down the line. They can still cook together right now because they're still ending racism and whatnot. And then I was like, damn, they're putting on a match like this when, a couple of these brothers was at the coalition dinner, breaking bread, having good times and drinking, slaves cooking and shit. But y'all know about that. Y'all know. But damn, this match ain't cooked, bro. I swear TNA know how to put on some good ass matches with. This is what I mean about like a really good match with no story. Just the story is the system is new and they're getting dubs as a tag team. So that means they want to threaten the tag team champions. And EY won that match, so he gets a title shot. So like the story here isn't some super long build because it's a TV show that they put on YouTube. It's not one of the big four pay-per-views that TNA knows. So it's just a match, a special occasion, if you will, like they do on NXT sometimes. It's not on Saturday, it's not on Sunday. It's just on, and then maybe an extra day that they can put on YouTube because they have that social media presence where they can put that shit on it, which I think is dope for them and their brand. But it doesn't have to have some kind of crazy build because the wrestling is going to be so good. They can build the story from them just touching in the ring. Which I mean, we see like sometimes AEW and WWE can't do. But when you have guys like of this caliber, I feel like sometimes it's easier for them. Yeah, we can build a story after this. We all know that two of these guys are having a match. But if we're building these guys to possibly fight these guys, this is where that can start. So they can start messing with each other because like the tag team championships don't have a current contender right now. So they can start it from here if they wanted it to be a system or if they want to wait till later to build a match like that because there's such good tag teams in TNA. But yeah, I was hyped for this main event. Shit looked good. It built and built and built, and they had high spots along the way. And then, yeah, they started hitting finishers, and everybody was kicking out or getting saved. They had the long stretch. The heels did the ref shit where the refs couldn't see, and then doing the extra shit like the refs didn't see. And then Moose comes over to Myers, and he's like, hey, ref. You didn't see this? Wow, like that's those Randy Orton little things. That's those Randy Orton little things. Because he didn't see where Ace tagged out. But they dragged his ass back over there, and Moose was like, hey, ref, yeah, get him. But hey, ref. yeah, me and my man.
Well, they were also when the ref had his back turned dealing with the faces, they wouldn't tag in, but the one guy who was leaving would clap his hands so that way the ref would hear that supposedly there was a tag.
Yeah. But still whooping monkey ass. See those are the
Don't forget about Alicia's shenanigans.
Oh yeah, definitely Alicia. You know what? Alicia, I ain't gonna lie. Alicia's always been on point with her shenanigans every time that she's out there. She's super on point. She's always right on time. She's always hitting that good shit. It's super, 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 super great. But yeah,
At one point, like they were choking out Ace on the bottom rope, and Alicia was in his face, like, "You motherfucker!" Damn, this is rubbing salt in the wound.
Well, yeah. Just got the ref attention just enough so they can just keep choking. Yeah, it's a phenomenal match. The system wins, so the good guys take a loss, but as they should, because they're a way newer group that is going to be a group. So get those dubs up for the system. But yeah, great ending to a great show.
And the next time we talk to you people, we will have seen Sacrifice. We will be talking about that next week. A little update. Sticks was right. Brian Myers was the digital media champion, and he was the TNA tag champion with Fine Cameron Grimes or Trevor.
Look at God. Look at God.
Now we're going to start talking about the A show. That's right. It's NXT. We kick shit off with Jada Parker and Gigi argue in front of Ava. And Booker T is back, baby. Booker T has returned to commentary after being named the worst commentator thanks to the fucking Wrestling Observer, which can kiss 10 dicks. Kalani Jordan versus Kiana James.
Oh, time out. Wrestling Observer. Fuck you from the bottom of my dick. I'm sorry. Not keep going.
Kalani versus Kiana. Kalani, the star to watch out for this year, Vic says. I totally agree. Kiana taking her to the limits. Izzy shenanigans, of course, which leads to Kiana winning with the deal breaker. Miss Jackson rubs Roxanne's face and missing an opportunity and a brawl. Anytime they smash cut to the women's locker room, two things are guaranteed. One, Roxanne's pissed, and two, them bitches gonna fight.
Every time.
They
be squabbling.
You could set your watch to that shit. It's gonna happen.
Yo, they done moved out of the parking lot into the locker room, and it's on site. Roxanne is on site.
Roxanne's on the rack.
This is the shit. This is the shit when Jerry Springer was hot. This is the shit you pictured that was happening backstage.
Yeah.
All the time.
They need to change her name from the Prodigy to On Site, because she'd be ready to swing on anybody. The TV, the lockers, her bag she's packing, she is on site.
Well, Cesar, Booker T has returned. We got Kalani versus Kiana and the locker room brawlings of Roxanne Perez.
Oh, yeah. Announcer Jesus has returned with his black ass. He's back at the desk. The five-time, should be five-time announcer of the year. Goated. Well, I don't know. Still got Morrow out there and Pat McAfee. But I digress. We finally got the team back at the desk like they need to be. And then we got old Kiana and old Kalani. Funny how that's two K names for black women. But I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go, Master Michaels. I'm gonna let that go. Because you back to your old ways. Yeah, you back to your old ways of nigga on nigga, bro. Even though it's nigget on nigget, I'ma still take it. I'ma still take that shit.
Hey, don't you take that to stop smoking?
But you need to ask Sheriff about that, nigga. I don't say. But it's nigga on nigga in the ring. Little I don't know what that little bitch name is. Lizzie, Jizzy, I don't care. Yeah, the bitch out there doing some shit too. But yeah, they gonna cut back. They gonna cut back to Miss On Site. Miss always ready for a fight. Miss left, right. Roxanne. Goddamn, boy. Roxanne be out there. Yeah, man. They I don't know what they're gonna do. Because they even keep talking about, you hit somebody in the back, right? Bitch, you know Roxanne hit somebody in the back. Yeah, you can set your watch on three things. Don't go in that parking lot if Blair Davenport ain't on the card. Because if she's on the card, she can't hit you in the parking lot. She got to get ready for match. But if she's not on the card, go in that parking lot. Don't go in that parking lot if Blair Davenport ain't on the card. Two, Roxanne mad. Okay. And Roxanne gonna punch you in your face if you say something. This bitch had a bedazzled lollipop she was sucking on, and Roxanne gave her the left, right, good night in that locker room. And 3, Book gonna say some shit. You know Book gonna say some shit. That was guaranteed on NXT. You damn right. But was this match good? Hell yeah, it was good. It cooked. Yeah, Kelani, rookie of the year, goddammit. She out here killing it. I mean, every opportunity they give this woman at the pay-per-views to have some good shit, she has some good shit. Yeah, she needs to, I mean, she's not going to stack up any wins right now because I think she's got the wins to get her where she's gotten. And now she's still in the low totem pole, so she's got to pay her dues by making other people look good as well as herself look good. Because they like to see whether you can look good in the loss as well as look good in the win. I think that's where she's at right now. And then as the time goes on and she gets better and better, she's really good. They'll see where, getting her a good push towards that title. So, hey, we back. It won't like last week. We were fucking up. They didn't give me no goddamn chair. Okay, last week, they had some nigga on nigga this week. That shit was good. That shit was good. Nigga on nigga was definitely good.
Well, Sticks, we were on the final week of Black History Month, so they started the show off correct. Not only did they bring Booker T back, but they had Kalani versus Kiana. And then, of course, Roxanne mad. What do you think of the start of the show, please?
Yeah, having Booker T back, great. Loved how Vic throughout the show talked about how it was phenomenal having Booker T back on commentary. Kalani and Kiana, this was like Cesar said, and like you said, this was a great match. You see the potential with Kalani, Kiana doing her heel thing, having Izzy out there, having Izzy do the shenanigans to Kalani, allowed her to still look strong taking this L. But like we have talked about for the past months, you see the potential there of Kalani. And like Cesar said, she's going to take some L's. She's on the up and up. When you're new, when you got the potential there, you're going to take the L's. Like Cesar said, you're going to take L's, allows them to see how you handle the losses. But while also doing that, when you face in Kiana, when you have her assistant 2.0 out there, her doing the shenanigans, it allows Kalani to still look strong while taking that L. So, all in all, great match. The shenanigans backstage of Roxanne, I think this is great for Roxanne. It keeps her on TV while also adding a new element to her. She's got anger issues. She's feeling like she's getting screwed out of championship opportunities. Anytime we get Miss Jackson on TV, it's a great day. Like Cesar said, she with her bedazzled lollipop, she get pieced up with that 1-2 from Roxanne. It looked great. So all in all, I like what they're doing with Roxanne. The new Roxanne Unhinged is great. We saw this slow build for this. It's awesome. It keeps her on TV and adds another layer to her. So, oh no, NXT, once again, NXT starting off strong like they always do. They don't miss when they open a show, and if they do, it's very rare. So once again, on brand for NXT.
And if that wasn't a good enough start, we followed this shit up with them Hard R's taking on Good Brothers. That's right, the debuting on NXT Good Brothers versus the Hard R's. Book says the Hard R's are always playing, always jiving. That's why they don't win more. I don't have the black captions, but it sounds like raccooning to me. He talking about Godzilla now. What the fuck? He hyping the Good Bros though. Decent match, but experience wins. Magic Killer, Chase U come through the crowd to settle their hash. Fast and the Fraserists interrupt. I'm just calling them that. LWO attack the Good Brothers. It's pandemonium. Vic. Wolf Dogs observed from the balcony. I don't know if they're gonna have some kind of stand and deliver ladder match or something for the tag titles. I wouldn't be mad at it. Ava in the office. Oba comes in looking for a fight. Dragunov stares at him. Oba leaves, and Dragunov needs to chat with all them teeth. Roxanne Perez versus Miss Jackson with Lash Legend. Miss Jackson's first one-on-one match in NXT. Roxy hit a springboard moonsault, and her legs crash land onto Jackson's face. That looked very painful, man. But she took it. Ouch. Lash ejected.
She can take it.
Roxy ends it with crossface. Crowd mixed in this, kind of sounded more pro Jackson, if you ask me. But sticks, we got the Good Brothers versus the Hard R's. We have Roxanne versus Miss Jackson. What do you think about these two matches?
Hard R's and the Good Brothers. I actually kind of agree, Book. We haven't seen like the Hard R's like laser focused. Like there's always some kind of like messing around. They're even kind of doing that backstage. Like all three of us, we like them. We think that they're a really good tag team. If they could go on a run where they're focused, like they have the potential, they have the chemistry. These guys could be like a really good tag team, but there's just always something missing. And I think it's just like them being serious. Like, I don't know if there may have been like a match or two where they have been serious, but they got to piece it together and keep it like consistent. And when you're going against an experienced tag team like the Good Brothers, you have to have a match like that because these guys have the experience, they have the chemistry, and they have the ability where if you're not focused, if you slip up for like 1 second, they're going to make you pay for it. And they showed it. I mean, these guys are world renowned. They've held every championship under like every promotion, every tag team championship. So you have to bring it. And the Hard R's, they showed that they could bring it, but they just couldn't keep it together consistently.
Well,
and like the boys.
Speaking of missing, where the fuck was that white chick at that they were hanging out with? Brindley? Like that bitch was nowhere to be found.
Actually, she was backstage. She was backstage in a couple segments.
I'll probably mention that because I forgot. But go ahead, Stick. Sorry.
But like the good boys say, it's a magic killer and it's a 1, 2, 3. And that's what it did. After the match, we had all the tag teams come out, which is great because you need to show that these guys have a strong tag team division. They've lost a lot of tag team competitors, and it's great that they brought all of that to the forefront. So we got that. I mean, bringing the Good Brothers down only helps strengthen that. And I think the tag team division with the Good Brothers is going to be strong. Like, it's going to be probably one of the stronger divisions that they got building up towards Stand Deliver. And like you said, if we get a tag team championship ladder match with multiple tag teams, I think it's going to cook. So that was a good segment. Roxanne and Miss Jackson. I was surprised to hear that this was Miss Jackson's like first singles match in NXT. Like, she'd been there for a hot second. Yeah. And to hear that, I was taken aback.
I think she wrestled on Level Up. I think she
wrestled on Level Up a lot, and then when Metaphor happened, she only wrestled with Lash.
Yeah.
So, and then she got injured.
That's understandable. I mean, none of us watch Level Up. If we do, it was only because we lost a prediction. So that's understandable.
Sangria.
Yes. Sangria for a hot second was Mr. Level Up. So, but good match. Like you said, Miss Jackson ate those legs, and she ate that and kept and asked for more. So great on her part. A little different with Roxanne finishing with the submission instead of the pop rocks. I actually like it. Mm-hmm. It shows that she doesn't have to always hit pop rocks. She has a submission finisher. So that was great on that. So great showing for Roxanne and an even greater showing for Miss Jackson, showing that you can put her in a singles match and she can perform, and she does look good taking an L. So all in all, two great matches, and NXT kept the show rolling.
Yeah, Miss Jackson eating them legs, paying them dues, but a good showing nonetheless. Cesar, we had Good Brothers versus the Hard R's and Roxanne versus Miss Jackson. What'd you think?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, this could only do wonders for the Good Brothers. They getting in that match at Stand and Deliver. We all know this. They brought them boys down to have a banger at Stand and Deliver. Now, whether they are fighting the Wolf Dogs one-on-one, whether it will be some kind of maybe ladder match with more than one tag team, we know them Good Bros gonna be in that match. To me, if I'm calling it now, they winning them titles. They win them titles to Stand and Deliver. I don't see anybody else thinking they winning them titles. Like even later when we'll talk about it, like Corbin said it, Mr. SmackDown Live. Yeah, after Stand and Deliver, we know Braun and Mello is up out of here. They ain't gonna be able to come down all the time. They up out of here, bro. They going. I mean, the only difference between them is like they can for filling out storylines, but just like when Tiffany signed her contract, she ain't been back because she didn't have a storyline. And these guys still got storylines with giving them titles and then fighting for titles. So yeah, they going up out of there. Now, whether they give it to the Good Brothers, I want to say they're going to take them just so they can hype up the tag team division, let everybody else grow trying to fight for those titles. And then when it's time for them to go back, they'll go back up as well. It ain't gonna hurt. It's gonna be great.
Well, it's a win-win for like the Good Brothers in NXT because this gives them something to do, but also when they show up on SmackDown, when like AJ's there and they need backup, they can show up with those tag team titles, and it puts light on NXT. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, it's more eyes for the product, which is always good, and gives them something to do with a tag team division that's actually thriving. Not a tag team division that is like just, I don't know. They got to figure out something on main roster. Like they got to figure out something. Either they got to split them up again, have them have longer runs, or the champs got to start doing both shows or some shit. Whatever. I don't know. They got to figure that shit out. But on NXT, yeah, it'll be good. This was a good match. Yeah. The book Godzilla, he said like Godzilla versus Mothra. It's like when two big bitches get together and just terrorize the whole town. I think that's what he was trying to get to with the whole Good Brothers thing. The Good Brothers are pretty much both. They're gonna come terrorize a division. Vic laughing like, yo, I'm glad you're back because I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where you going with it. But yeah, Book being back on that bullshit. Vic being lost on the commentary table, but still laughing. Them boys got good action in the ring. Of course, the Hard R's. We like the Hard R's. They're funny off camera. They're funny, entertaining off camera. They both are athletic, super dope in the ring. Yeah, they just gotta put it together. And maybe this new Snow Bunny, we'll have them ready to do some things in the future and maybe get it together. But yeah, whenever they decide to pull the trigger on those guys, hey, you never know. It might be on the Good Brothers to give them that good win. Because Book said it himself. If they get a win over the Good Brothers, even if it's tonight or later, it's going to catapult their career. Because we all know whoever wins those tag team titles, I'm calling now, whoever wins those tag team titles off the Good Brothers is going to catapult their career, whether it's Nathan Frazier and Axiom, whether it's Chase U, whether it's Hard R's, whether it's LWO, whether it's somebody else coming up. Shit gonna be good, but the tag team division in NXT is always in good hands. And old cross-eyed fuck, man, he know what he doing. He lost a couple of good tag teams, but hey, he got a couple right in place coming up. And I think we're gonna see the start of a new tag team. We'll get into it later in the show. Well, I'll bring it up then. But we're still gonna see the start of a new tag team ship coming up soon as well. But I thought it was really good. And what was after that?
Miss Jackson versus Roxanne.
Great match. Yeah, we all know Miss Jackson can wrestle. We've seen her in tag team match. You know, I mean, yeah, we've seen her in tag team matches, so it's not like a one-on-one match. But we know Roxanne is good enough to take somebody with no talent and get a decent match. But Miss Jackson actually has talent, so got a great matchup out of her. I like the crossface as well because it fits new aggressive Roxanne. Because now we all thinking, oh, she gonna kill some bitches if she at home. You know what I'm saying? You know, with laying Bibles and shit everywhere. I digress. That man doesn't exist anymore in WWE
Who?
lore. Who? Who? I don't know. But yeah, she gonna snap on that crossface. She likes to keep it a little extra after she's won the match. Not enough to get disqualified again, but still a little extra to make it nasty. I like the gimmick that Lash Legend had a lollipop while out there rooting on Miss Jackson. That's their new thing. That's their new thing. And then her getting kicked out of the match, which is why Miss Jackson lost. But still, man, it's good shit all around. Roxanne getting them dubs. I like it that she's getting the dubs, always worthy of getting a championship match, but her attitude and breaking shit and beating up bitches always keep her out of that championship match. So it gives her something to do with a goal in mind that she can never accomplish. Kind of, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to leave, you don't want to lose her too quick. Want to keep her around. But yeah, I think just because the whole Mandy thing kind of ruined her down there because she had to take the title too quick, and then you want to give it back to her. But I feel like she's the new kind of like Bailey down there when everybody else left and Bailey was still there. And you're like, she's championship worthy material, but she's not fighting for the championship. So I think this is a great idea to keep her going and keeping her down there and keeping her, just good enough to be there. And we know you're going to get there, but how you get there? How are they going to spin this to get there? So, but either way, yeah, great match. And I understand you got to build. They're building Lash. Lash is going to get the wins, and probably Miss Jackson's going to get the L's right now. But great talent. I can see her getting the wins later. But yeah, there's just other heels that they're building up right now, like Miss Kiana that we saw in the first match. And yeah, it's good shit overall.
Up next, Thea, JC, and Jasmine talk about Riley. They talk shit about Fallon. JC calls Duke and Andre losers. Kiana and Izzy approach and give JC props for the calendar. They all walk off, leaving Thea by herself. Dijak versus the Luca lawyer guy. Luca baseball slides Dijak across the announce table, spills Book's drink. I mean, it's always nice. Anytime Book sits at that desk, he's gotta keep his head on a swivel because they
swivel, super swivel.
They're coming for him.
I like Vic. Like you look at good hands, and I caught it.
Luca puts up a fight, but the spinning Das Boot feast your eyes. Dijak wins. Gacy runs out. He broke through his straitjacket. Gacy and Dijak fight to the back. Not Kinsey interviews Noam and Mensa. Very entertaining. Willie and his chocolate factory. New guy can get it too. Back to you, Vic and Booker.
Pause.
Awesome. Lyra grabs the mic, and I get back on TikTok. Time for Tatum's prize. Tatum crawls out of the crowd to receive. She asked Ava to arrange a tag title match versus the Kabuki Warriors for a Roadblock. What the fuck? Ridge Holland interrupts. Oh, shit. Ty Dillinger attacks with a chair. What the fuck? So I stopped paying attention when Ridge got into the ring, and I
knew you would. I knew you would, you bitch.
And immediately when the lights went out, that's when I looked up. I was like, huh? And then the writing on the fucking screens, I was like, oh, who is this? It was Ty Dillinger returns, but he's going to be called Sean Spears, apparently. He's keeping his name, which is good. Cesar, we got the Mean Girls in the back calling everyone losers. We got Dijak versus that Luca guy. Noam and Mensa entertaining. And the return of the chairman, Sean Spears, to NXT. What'd you think, man?
All right. Yeah, the Mean Girls going to be Mean Girls in the back. I don't know. We're going to get a Thea Hale, JC Jane match at Stand and Deliver. I think this is probably where it's going to go. JC's probably going to head out and chase you. She ain't never really been chasing you. But you know, she's been in there. She saved the school, whatever. Yeah, the calendars and everything. Blah blah blah. As long as that nigga ain't on crack again, he ain't gonna leave. He ain't gonna lose the school. So that's what I think probably is gonna happen there. I'm mad if it happens because you know JC Jane needs something to do. She needs a new rival or whatever. She's got a new Jasmine girl with her, so if they go for a tag team, they can do that as well. What was after that?
After that, it was Dijak versus the Luca
Dijak
guy who
versus
got
the Lawyer Cracker. Yeah, Lawyer Cracker's been around for a while. Apparently, he was in the breakout tournament. Now he's a lawyer now, and he wrestled in the slacks in the. Well, get this nigga some gear. Yeah. We got plenty of people who do this in NXT. This Cracker some gear. He's not gonna take the jacket off and the shirt and the tie. Get this Cracker some gear, man. All right. But no. Came out hot, looked good. Yeah, threw Jack on the table. Book was mad at first, but then he wasn't mad. He's like, yeah, I like this. He's showing his gut, showing some soul. He in the ring. He hit the fucking Kevin Owens flippy shit in the corner. He went for the pickup, act like he couldn't do it and whatnot. Got it later. Kid looked good. But come on, man, it's Dijak. Dijak gonna get that dub. But the lawyer guy to me looked really, really good. So yeah, breakout tournament person who's gonna build his way up. They been knocking out the park with these breakout tournament guys. I mean, since the first one. I mean, what we got Mello, we got NXT Super Nigga, we got a whole bunch of guys. We got Andre Chase. So these breakout tournament guys are fucking panning out. They know what they're doing in the old PC, giving these guys some contracts and whatnot. So I ain't too mad at it. He looked real good. And then what was after that? And then Joe Gacy came out fighting. He out of the straight jacket. First of all, he was backstage in the room. He broke out of the room and then broke out of the straight jacket. This nigga Joe Gacy on some shit. But hey, I ain't mad at him being on some shit. He's got to find a new reason to be there too. So yeah, if you want to be on some shit, he on some shit. What was after that?
We had Noam and Mensa commenting on the no catch quote.
Oh yeah, man. We all know the metaphors go with Not McKenzie. By the way, this Not McKenzie is banging Elton Prince from Pretty Deadly.
Damn.
Did not know that until today because I looked up Not McKenzie. See, she was thotting on the Instagram. She ain't thotting. But she banging Elton Prince. So it's a little yes boy over there at her house. If you know what I mean. But yeah, Noam's like, oh, don't sneak up on me. Shit, the sneak attack. Him and Main Man Mensa trying to figure out who's gonna fight for the cup. But they training and shit. Good segment. We all know Noam. He can go in the ring. He can talk in the ring. He can talk backstage. He's good to go. He's fine with whatever he's doing. This shit was a great segment as well. Way to kill time. And then to the next.
Shawn Spears is back in NXT.
Yeah, okay. So we got Lyra coming out, right? And then she's talking her shit or whatever. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't AEW bad. Yeah. So it wasn't bad. I think maybe she needs I think in this promo she was starting to probably be more of herself and not a character, which is why I didn't fast forward. Because it wasn't bad. It wasn't good though, but it wasn't bad. What I did fast forward is when this cracker Rich Holland came out. I was like, why are you coming out? Why are you coming out? Yeah, they talking about they gonna fight the Kabuki Warriors. I was like, oh shit now, hold on, we cooking. We got Oscar and Kari Zane coming back to NXT, ready to whoop bitches' asses. I was like, oh man, I'm ready, girl. Now you got me wanting to watch Roadblock and then Rich Holland. So Rich Holland comes out and then I saw all the fucking shit on the wall and I was like, hold on now, somebody's starting to cook. What's going on? They're gonna debut this cracker? I saw that nigga. That chant. And I was like, I heard the crowd chanting 10. Starting to get hard like I took 2 blue chews. I was like, oh my God, the goddamn German. Oh, hit that nigga. And I bust all over my screen. I had to use 8 pounds of Windex to get it off. Then I was like, oh my God, it's the goddamn German. Chairman came back there. He dropped the hood. Goddamn Chairman knocking Ridge Holland bitch ass out. I mean, it was so great because he knocked Ridge Holland out and he shut him up. I mean, but it was a goddamn Chairman back where he belongs, where he was entertaining Crockers for the masses. Okay? Yeah, they won't use you right over there. And you was prone to get injury. Now you back, fed. Let's see what you're going to do, Chairman. Let's see what you're going to do. I'm excited for the Chairman to be back. I was hyped. Crowd was hyped. That was really important. The crowd was stupid hyped for the Chairman to be back. I'm excited for the Chairman to be back. Now we got Master Michaels. We got Trips, writing the script and cooking. They ain't going to do the Chairman wrong. Chairman going to get his due. And I think he could be one of the next great heels in NXT going forward. Goddamn Chairman.
Not only did he knock out Ridge Holland, but he knocked up his wife again. Cassie Lee is pregnant with child number 2.
Who wouldn't? Have you seen her?
Oh yeah.
God,
that bitch is iconic. That ass is iconic.
God, I would skeet in that thing every night for 6 months straight.
Sticks, we got some Mean Girls. Mean Girls backstage with Thea. We got Dijak versus the Lawyer. We got Noam and Mensa, and then, like we just talked about, the Chairman returns. What'd you think?
Yeah, like Cesar said, Mean Girls gonna Mean Girls. We're sitting a setup. We're either gonna get JC and Jasmine and against maybe Thea and Fallon. Maybe we're gonna get that down the road, but we're gonna definitely get JC and Thea. So I'm not mad at it. So we saw this coming. And now it's in fruition. It's rolling. We're getting that ball rolling on that. So Dijak and DeLucia, great match. Like Cesar said, and like you said, Mangria, these guys, for the last couple of breakout tourneys, these guys, the Trips and Book and Master Michaels, they see these guys in the Performance Center, so they're able to pick the best of the best that haven't been on TV yet, and they give them an opportunity to thrive during this tournament. And these guys continue to hit out of the ballpark even if they don't win the tournament. I mean, we've seen this happen, and it's continuing to happen. And Dijak, you know what you're going to give Dijak. He's not going to disappoint you. He's going to make guys look like $1 million. And DeLuca not only looked like $1 million, but Dijak elevated him. So that was great. Looked great and catching the L. Gacy come running out. I like this version of Gacy. He gets that a little bit of a. I know I'm using unhinged a lot with not only with Roxanne, but it's just like he's just got that different, like, you don't know what you're gonna get with him. So I like that. I like it with him and Dijak. They've been putting on good matches. So all in all, I look forward to that, and keeps Gacy on TV. So I think that's what they want to do. I think they see something with Gacy, and it's starting to slowly come to fruition that he can. He's got something. Metaphor backstage. Man, these guys are gold in the ring, out the ring. I like that. Him still having PTSD from getting jumped with, and then not Kinsey coming up like, oh, man, take it easy. Don't come up on me like that. Both these guys can cook on the mic and in the ring. So great segment with them. And our man Shawn Spears is back. I'm the Chairman. What he found with this is gold. AEW, they kind of fumbled the ball. I shouldn't say they did fumble the ball with him doing this. NXT isn't. This anti-hero Shawn Spears, having him start off with Ridge Holland's going to be great. I want him to become North American champion. We've all seen it there. He's got it, but they never capitalize on it. This is the time to do it. Have him ride it with the chairman portion of his career. This is something that he can take and thrive, and with the right organization, if they cook with him on it, they can do great things with it. And with NXT, with Master Michaels and Trips backstage writing, cooking it for him, I think he can do it. And I hope they pull the trigger on it. Now, if that's something that happens that can deliver, I wouldn't be mad at it. I mean, Sean Spears has talent, and we see glimpses of it. We saw glimpses of it in AEW when he was with MJF and his faction. Now it's the time, and it's NXT's the right promotion, the right opportunity for him to do it. So glad to see him do it. He's doing it in the ring, and he's doing it in the sheets, boys. So let's do it. I mean, this is great, and I was glad to see him back.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
not
think they'll
shooting
take the
blank.
title off. Yeah, I don't think they'll take the title off Obafemi anytime soon. But it would be nice for him to get the
Speaking
title.
Well, I like what they showed, the interaction between Oba and Ilya. That's gonna cook too, because it was just like you saw, and Oba's just looking at him like, I game recognizes game. I'm gonna back out, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you down the line. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Speaking of Oba Femi, Jensen approaches his ass in the parking lot. I was like, oh shit, they're in the parking lot and it's nighttime. Run. Yeah, because
Risky.
Blair wasn't booked tonight.
She wasn't.
Bring his challenge. So we're gonna see Jensen versus Oba. It should be interesting, but Oba gonna kill that cracker. White Khali with Mr. Stone versus Lexus King. Book hating on Stone and his kids. To be honest with you, Book's commentary and Mr. Stone are the only things keeping me paying attention to this snooze fest of a match. Leave your kids at home, man. Thanks to Mr. Stone, White Khali wins. Lexus attacks Mr. Stone. Tatum and Lyra in the locker room. Jada approaches. Oh, here we go. Locker room time with the women. Here we go. What did I say? Set that damn watch. Here we go. Jada approaches Hayden. Ariana Grace again butts in, which is fine, just like she is. Killer Jones segment here. Gacy hijacks the camera and attacks Dijak while he talks with Ava. We get Gigi versus Jada with the OTM crew. This is the butt meat buffet match of the week, gentlemen. Pretty much just appreciating the view here. Ariana Grace comes out all upset, distracts Gigi. Jada wins. Book and Vic bickering is always great. I miss that. Them arguing throughout the whole match.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. But Sticks. Jensen versus Oba. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, that cracker gonna get killed, but the best thing you can look at it is if he can look strong during getting killed, it's gonna be a win.
White Khali versus Lexus King.
Booker T carried this. That's all.
Well, we got Gigi versus Jada. What do you think of that?
The Mangria meat meal was on display, boys. That's the only thing good about it. We got butt meat, and the cameramen were earning their paycheck for this. So outside that, that's all that mattered. It was the Mangria meat meal.
They got a raise in their checks and their pants. Caesar, what are your thoughts on Jensen taking on Obafemi for the
This is good for Jensen. This is good for Jensen. I didn't know he was that tall. He's like the exact same height as Obafemi. Yeah, he gonna get beat, but I don't think he's gonna get killed. I think this is like he's gonna lose. I mean, of course, but I think this is like the build of Jensen as well. Because we know Briggs is the big tough cracker that's gonna beat everybody. This is gonna be like the few losing streaks. I feel like Jensen is the Jada to Lash. He's gonna take them L's. He's gonna put people over, but then they're gonna build with him, see where he's cooking. And I think like this is gonna be like a good first stop. I think however long they want to do this North American Championship, they could come back to this. I think this is gonna be the start. Like Obafemi's gonna beat him, right? Gonna beat him. They put up a little bit of fight, but he's gonna beat him. This is gonna be one of those comebacks, like, you know what, Oba, you bitch, you didn't held this title for a while, and now my cracker ass is back for revenge. And it's gonna be like, I don't know, white people most like Christmas, and that's when Jensen will win the North American title. But that's what's gonna happen.
I'm wondering if the background's gonna change, Sticks. Caesar up next was White Khali versus Lexus King.
The chair came out, so I had to watch.
Oh,
I had to watch. The chair came out. They gave that man a chair. There was one point where Lexus King was getting his ass slammed in the match, and his fucking sidebrows, the beard is so crispy. Like if you would have paused it on the moment I'm thinking of, I'm just like, I literally paused it and I was like, that shit is crisp. Like it hasn't grown. Is that painted? Or is that like a barber in the back crisping that nigga shit? Like it was too crispy. I'm like, these are the details I like on Lexus King. Like if you look at his sidebrows to his beard, there's some space. There's space, which is never really done. But it's so crispy, it looks like he actually goes to cut whiz, and that Puerto Rican lines his shit up like every 2 days. Because that shit doesn't grow. It doesn't look nappy. It is crisp. It is crisp. That much. I was like, this nigga gotta go cut. He's keeping that bullshit barbershop business. But yeah, I didn't care about it. Yeah, Booker T was fucking cooking on the fucking mic. Stick said it. Booker T was cooking. All I care about is that the damn chair and who's lining up that crispy edge up that Lex ain't got.
well, up next is the butt meat buffet. We got JJ versus Jada. What'd you think of this?
And Ariana Grace. Ooh, this was the triple threat key in her butt special. I mean, you would have had to drink 3 gallons of water 10 minutes before this match to put enough pee in all 3 of these butts. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that JJ. And they set this up in the office. We didn't talk about it. They set this up in the office. Miss Jada. I mean, yeah, whatever. What, Jayla? What's this bitch's name?
Jada Parker.
Jada Parker. Oh yeah, because we got Miss Jackson if you're nasty. But we got Jada Parker out here with the whole leg, thigh, half-ass cheek out. We got JJ with both the bottom cheeks out. So we got underbutt. And then we got
Ariana.
We got Miss Ariana just being out here fine in tight dresses all the time. Just getting up in that ring. Right there. You know what he's doing. He don't hire ugly. You know what he's doing. You know what he's doing. He out here getting fine ass women TV time and makeup chairs and then next week we're probably gonna get Gigi versus Ariana. And then Jada might interrupt and beat both of them up. It's a win-win for the board. It's a win-win for the board.
This is where we need to bring back bra and panties match. Come on, cross-eyed kid. Give us what we want. You got to give the people.
Shit, Gigi was almost there. She just wearing a top and some booty meat shorts. Shit.
I know where that one cross-eyed is looking.
I ain't mad. I ain't never mad.
That's the only time Shawn Michaels' eye doesn't go cross is when he's evaluating the female talent. That thing is straight as a fucking arrow.
Either that or he's got mirrors. He's like, hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah. You got hidden cameras or something, and he's looking on his phone.
Well, up next is the main event, and it's for the Heritage Cup. Noam Dar with Mensa versus the No Quarter Willy Wonka. Dempsey scores a pinfall victory with an incredibly unique roll-up. Damon Kemp attacks Noam when ref is turned after the end of round 1. Are we about to witness a face turn for Dar? Mixed feelings about that, but this match is as technical as it gets. Thanks to an Insarugi, Noam gets a pin during round 4. Lots of outside shenanigans leads to Dempsey dragon suplex pinning Noam for the pin and the win. A new cup holder here. But the night wasn't technically over because we had Sean Spears interviewed in the parking lot. Why did he attack Ridge? Because Ridge blows. That's why.
Damn right.
Then you saw Roxanne. What can we set our watch to? Roxanne mad. She storms off right around the fucking corner. We didn't even get a word from her. That was the main event match, but the main event segment was Mello Dragunov, and Ava all in the ring. The security putties as well. It's contract time. They talking, and then out of fucking nowhere, here comes Tony D. He interrupts. Say what? Tony D sends the security packing because he's the Don. Do not speak when the Don is talking. Tony D wants a one-on-one match versus Mello at Roadblock. Winner goes to Stand and Deliver to face the NXT champion. Will it be Dragunov? We'll find out. Dragunov allows it. Brawl ensues. Tony accidentally knocks down Dragunov. Mello puts Tony D through a table. What a fantastic final few segments of the night for NXT. Cesar, the Heritage Cup match. We got the contract signing. What'd you think of the final half hour of NXT?
Oh, yo, crazy Heritage Cup match. Yeah, he got the second dub in the 5th round. See, this is what I'm talking about, these Heritage Cup matches. You know, it's always like 1-1, 1-1, and then like somebody gets tied, or they tie in the 5th round, and Cup just stays with the winner. Versus like Willie got that early dub. Dar got that medium dub, but then was putting on the pressure. And then the no quarter catch crackers beat up Menta, and then got that late dub to steal the cup. Super great match. Really, really great match. Yeah. Main event of wrestling match. It was really good. Really good. And we also had the main event segment with Carmelo and them. But yeah, saw Roxanne met. No, maybe rule 4. Don't fuck with Mad Roxanne, even if you in that parking lot. Mad Roxanne might pull the Glock out the trunk and shoot your dumb ass. First of all, I ain't fucking with Roxanne, and I ain't fucking with Roxanne in that parking lot. I ain't worried about nothing. But yeah, the Chairman out there giving his initial interview. He's gonna try to save Rich Holland. Good for him. Salute to you. I hope you bury that nigga, and I hope he dies. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, the segment with Teeth, Mello, and old Dragunov. Then Tony D comes in and he said, Tony D is like, I don't need to be him. I don't need to be the champion to make things move. We hit that snap and Mello security disappeared super quick. They was gone. They said, we ain't out here because this the Don. Such good shit. Also, the Don backstage wanted to get Stacks to get the lawyer. And I think that's going to be the new addition to the family, and that's going to be new tag team. Stacks and the new guy. Yeah, Stacks and the lawyer. I think they're going to be the new tag team to fill the void of the Don and Stacks. And I ain't mad at it because they're new. They weren't out there for the thing, but they'll eventually get cooking. Not mad at it. But yeah, Tony D put up the offer. Dragunov approves. Xavier approves. Of course, Milo hating. But said don't interrupt me. I'm talking because he's trying to be the Don, and this is good. They finally realized that Tony D's a main event player. To me, kind of got that Dolph treatment where he gets injured a lot. So I don't know about that last tag match. I don't know if that was kayfabe or not. Remember that one 4-way tag match where he left for a while but came back? But when Tony D's cooking, he's cooking. He's great in the ring. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this, but you do need a new main event guy. You do need somebody else because you got Braun in the tag team division. You also got Corbin in the tag team division. You got Mello, who really doesn't have anything to do because he's trying to go up to the main roster. Trick just not back yet. And I still think, Trick is good. I still think Trick can go either way, kind of like North American title or main title. But putting the Don back in there because he's been there for a while, I like this.
That's
So
my
then
favorite part. Sorry to interrupt. That's my favorite part is that they took their time with Tony D.
Yeah.
This is like he's going on his 3rd year. And
Mm-hmm.
now he's in the main event picture. I love it. I
Yeah, yeah.
love they took their time with him.
Yeah, you already got him some gold, which is what you should do. You already got him some gold with the tag team division. And then yeah, you're like, yo, we need a main event guy, but we need somebody who knows what they're doing, can get a good promo, can be there before. He's had a big feud, which he did with Legato and shit. And then they're like, all right, well, let's do the main event shit. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? If
don't
he can
forget
stay healthy,
Ciampa.
he's great.
That's how he became the Don. Is he?
Oh yeah, that's how he did become the Don. Yeah, versus Ciampa, and then versus but he's had big feuds. He knows what he can do. He can cut the big promos. He can cut the big backstage promos. He's not afraid to talk in the ring. I mean, his in ring talking is just as great as his backstage talking
And he
with
has
doing
Rizzo.
whatever.
Rizzo is in the family now. So
Yeah, now we got Rizzo in the family, but he can always bring people in too, which is great because he has a great way to bring in people as well. And then so I'm fine with this. And Don, I might even be really fine with the Don versus Ilya Dragunov at Stand and Deliver. I need to see what Tony D can really do.
yeah.
If you want to have a triple threat, you can have a triple threat. We all know Mello is money and the match will be good. And that also maybe gives a little bit of percentage of could Tony D pull it off if it's a triple threat? Because he doesn't have to pin Dragunov. He only has to pin Mello, and Mello can go on do what he wants to do. But I think this is a really good setup for Stand and Deliver, and I think Tony D and Mello are really, really good on tomorrow on Roadblock.
Well, Sticks, we got the Heritage Cup match. We have Sean Spears giving his reasoning, Roxanne Mad, and then we got the main event contract signing with Tony D. What are your thoughts on the closing of NXT?
Yeah, this closing half hour, 45 minutes of NXT was straight fire. The Heritage Cup Championship. This did two things. One, I think it showcased Wonka. Like, he came out the gates fucking on fire. That pin that that he had was great. It also showed what happened when the numbers game is against Metaphor. Normally, when you had Noam out there, he had main man Mensa, and he also had Lash and Miss Jackson. Well, Lash and Miss Jackson already had stuff going on earlier, so they weren't able to be out there. And main man could only do so much, and it showed in this match. But this was a great Heritage Cup. I mean, Noam kind of got behind the gates there to start out with, but he fought, showed why he has been a multiple time Heritage Cup champion. He was able to even it out, but just he came up short. Now we're gonna see what Wonka and the guys can do with it. I don't think we're done with Noam. I think he's gonna come back. Maybe we're gonna get this feud, and maybe we'll get a fruition payout at Stand Deliver. I'm here for it. I mean, Noam Dar and Metaphor, they can help carry the other four guys. They can carry them through promos and in a match. If this gets back to Noam becoming a 3-time champion, who knows? But the match and all that stuff was great. Sean Spears out in the parking lot, explaining what he's got, why he's back. I'm here for it. Now, if it either buries or elevates Ridge, either way, I'm here for it. Sean Spears is back. We got the chairman. Awesome. Roxanne storming off, basically telling when they were trying to get somewhere. Nah, I'm not here for it. I'm fucking pissed. I gotta go. So that was great. Contract segment. This is good. This was good. You start off with Mello and Ilya, and then we got the surprise of the Don. The Don snaps his finger. Security's gone. Like Cesar, like you said, Sangria, the slow build of Tony D's character. Now we're here. We've got to see him pay it off. I like what, like Cesar said, he's still got the stuff going on, the little things going on backstage. Them cueing the him, Stacks, and Rizzo. This is great because it gives, like we just talked about, you see something with DeLuca, Tony D did. Somebody's got to step in and take Tony D's spot in that tag team. What a great spot with DeLuca. Plus, also with him being a lawyer and having like an authority, police thing, having Tony D be able to have somebody like that works great with the family dynamic.
And then this is also elevate Stacks to the next level. Stacks will lead the tag team, and then he's got the lawyer DeLuca with him.
Exactly.
So it's great character work overall. Yeah.
Exactly. Now we're gonna get to see Tony D possibly become a main event player. The only thing, like Cesar said, that's been kind of holding him back has been, does he have a little bit of an injury issue? Now, like he said with that fatal four-way, if that was either kayfabe or real, we don't know. This is the time that we're going to see it. If it was just bad luck and they see something, like we see he's got potential. Now let's see if he can work through it. If he's injury prone, can he work through some of these injuries? Throwing him in there with Mello, it's time to sink or swim. Now, with that being said, I think that we might be going to work on getting Tony D versus Ilya, because I think Trick might show up at Roadblock and might cost Mello that championship. And that might be the build of Trick Mello going into Stand and Deliver, and we might get Tony D and Ilya going into Stand and Deliver. I could be very wrong. When I shoot, I do miss. I'm not Mello. I do miss. So, but all in all, great half hour, 45 minutes ending for NXT. And we got a lot of stuff to look forward to going into Roadblock and going into Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be great. Roadblock on, of course, NXT's Roadblock is tomorrow. Well, today when you listen to this, because it's going to take me a while to upload this shit. But before we leave y'all, APBW had a pay-per-view on Leap Day. It was called Cotton Field of Dreams. It hasn't been taken down yet. It's doing not too bad with the views, but Cesar did catch the intro, which I told these gentlemen is the longest part of my process of posting pay-per-views. So Cesar, I want your thoughts on the intro, and then Sticks, I want you to give me your highlights of Cotton Field of Dreams, if you will.
It was like a 5-minute intro. You were just talking about hating niggas.
Me?
I'm sorry. Sorry. The cross-eyed kid. You still aired it on your YouTube page, so you okayed it. But the fucker behind me,
past me, all right?
The fucker behind me was talking about how much he hates niggas for about 5 minutes while showing clips of slaves in cotton fields for about 5 or 6 minutes. But yeah, that's all I watched. That's all I watched. I did not have time this weekend to digest the full pay-per-view. It did come out on Leap Day, so February 29th. So on the last day of Black History Month, the fucker behind me like to talk about niggas for 5 minutes and how he was taking over a show and how he was respecting niggas who died, and then he ended up bringing that back to a white man. You thought it was going to be about some niggas who died, but no, he was talking about some white cracker on a show who died while showing slaves in the background the whole time and branding his sweet tea. That's what I watched. And then there is some wrestling because it is ABBW. And so there was some wrestling from Dynamite and Sunday Night Skeet. That was
just the beginning. We did have 6 matches to follow the intro. Sticks. Any thoughts on these 6 matches that followed the incredibly racist intro?
Well, first off, after watching the first 5 minutes of this fine program, it does show that Mangria does walk around in a white hooded robe during his downtime when he's not producing or doing a tripod. So that was a shocking thing to me. And it allows me to show that what he's drinking in that cup is Master Michael's sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Hold on.
Exactly. Yeah. That cup right there.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah, and it's a white cup. It's a white and red cup because the cup is white, made of cotton, and that's nigga blood that was used for the logos on that cup because Sangria is racist.
Yes, yes. And of course, the wrestling action. What else am I going to talk about? The fucking Elimination Chamber. Your boy was able to handle some business, taking care of Joe Hendry, while also, spoiler alert, winning the chamber, and I'm coming after some gold. So, ladies and gentlemen, and degenerates everywhere, your boy is back, and I'm coming for gold.
So the end of the story is that February's terrorizer, the cross-eyed kid, did fail, and things will return to normal heading towards Decent Mania 5. Can you believe it? 5 Decent Manias. That's right. We are coming into the home stretch of season 4 of Dynamite season 3 of Sunday Night Skeet. But again, check it out. It's a good laugh or two. Hopefully Cesar enjoys it, but more to come from APPW this month. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, we do what we do best here on the Tripod as we close out this show. We close out February, and we give that big ups to Stallion Pete.